Hi, it's Bree, and I'm here to do my Friday reads. So this has been kind of a mixed bag week for me. Um, it took me a very long time to get through the first book that I really was dedicated to this week, which is Dune by Frank Herbert. It follows a boy, Paul Atreides, whose family has been sent to this desert planet where his father is going to be Duke. And in the process, his father gets assassinated. There's no real other way to put it. When Paul and his mother escape to the desert, Paul kind of starts to fulfill this overarching destiny that he has, where he becomes the leader of a desert people called the Fremen, who, if you know a little bit more about Middle Eastern history, they're reminiscent of the Byzantine Empire. It's very good. I will say it's slow at times, and Herbert has a way of writing his hms and ahs and ums into his sentences, which drove me nuts. But it's very interesting, very detailed. And once the action starts going, it's just nonstop. Then I read a graphic novel, Coffin Hell Volume 1. That's about a young woman, Eve Coffin, who worked on the Boston police force but has kind of left after getting a very serious gunshot wound to the head. And she goes home to Coffin Hill, where she's from, and where people call her the Witch of Coffin Hill. When she gets there, she discovers that a bunch of teenagers have gone missing into the forest, and she begins to suspect that it may be because of an evil that she unleashed in the forest a decade ago. Very interesting, I will say. While the narrative sometimes is lacking, the art is fantastic. Miranda, the man who does the illustrations, does just a beautiful job. He uses a lot of overlays, so he'll have your set of panels and then kind of a side image, and he does this kind of great job of putting one instant in a panel, but at the same time he shows it from two perspectives, so it gives it a real sense of motion, like you're watching something happen, and I thought that was just very well done. I also read Wonder by R.A. Palacio. This is a middle grade novel about a young boy with a facial deformity who goes to school for the first time. It was a good read. It really just kind of, I think, shows how kids are. You know, Palacio, she does this wonderful job of just kind of putting it out there. Like, kids don't always hurt each other because they mean to. Sometimes they just say things and they don't realize that they're hurting others. And I thought it was just very well done. Admittedly, I choked up at the end, but I'm a big sucker. I cry over a lot of things, so don't take that seriously, I guess. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. It was very well done. I also read a book called A Red Tail by Nicola Marr, which is about a young girl, Stasia, who goes home to the Caribbean island where she grew up, but after this kind of horrific, kind of apocalyptic, not quite apocalyptic, worldwide cooling, her hometown is in snow and she has to go find these dragons, and there's time travel and a magic wishing tree. It wasn't for me. For more details, I am going to link it to Goodreads, and also I will link to my blog so you can see my review of it as well. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. This upcoming week and weekend, I guess, I am planning on reading The Raven Shadow by Elspeth Cooper. This is just the dust jacket. There is no book in this. Which is the third book in the Wild Hunt Quartet. After that, I am planning on reading The Road by Cormac McCarthy, Swamplandia by Karen Russell, and The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay by Michael Chabon. These all come very highly recommended. Admittedly, I got them because they were on a 3-for-2 deal at Barnes & Noble. But they're all supposed to be really fantastic, either nominated for the Pulitzer or they've won it. So that's exciting. What are you reading? What's going on? I am excited to hear. Let me know what you're reading, and let me know if you're participating in the 24-hour read-along that's going on this weekend. I haven't done a 24-hour read-along, and I'm the kind of person who goes to bed at like 9. So I'm interested to know who's doing that and what they'll be reading. So leave it below. All my social media is in the drop-down. I will try to put links to reviews of what I've read this week, because some of those things have been reviewed, others not so much. And I will talk to you on Tuesday.